is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
R. Kelly, and your questions are now. Big O, have you ever eaten at Burger King? I love that. That's too funny. All right, let's have some fun with Omar Kelly. Omar, why are the eyes open? Are you about to get hit or something? You're getting pulled over or something? What's going on?
No. I stopped driving.
Your eyes are going across the car. Are you falling like some really nice looking woman or what? What's going on?
No. I was parking. I was driving. So
okay, all right. No, I'm just slow. I'm just just trying to find out what's going on there. Where you parking at? Where you parking?
Only good looking woman I have my eyes for is my wife.
Oh, she must be sitting next to you, huh? Is that it?
No, she's not. No.
Does she watch the show, actually?
No, come on now. She doesn't pay attention to anything I do.
know. I've met her. She has nothing for sports.
Not zero. And you know, that doesn't bother me, but it bothers me that I can't get her to garden with me. Like that.
Wow.
That's a passion. I think it's important for the upkeep of your home, and I'd like it to be a collaborative effort. And I can't get her to come out there, get her hands dirty.
Well, but then again, she's a nurse. She has to have her hands clean. Look at you.
You forgot? Oh yeah, I forgot the manicure
getting in there and the nails. We got to take care of those hands. Take care of people, of human beings. We got to keep those hands clean. Omar, what's wrong with you?
Okay, I can accept that.
Yeah, those hands are very valuable, bro. I mean, you want her to waste it on gardening. What's wrong with you? What do you think she is? A writer? Come on.
Okay, touche. I'll accept that. Never thought about it that way.
She does important work. She's a nurse. She's like my wife, a teacher. You and I, we do stupid stuff for a living. It's just, we're not important, bro. They are. We're not. Notice how they do jobs that actually like make a difference in people's lives. You and I, we don't care. We're just doing something selfishly so we can get by.
Listen, I think what I do is important. I hold an organization that's been mediocre for 2 decades accountable to its fan base, as do you, sir.
Yeah, but it hasn't worked. We haven't changed a damn thing.
No, it hasn't worked. I got Tua drafted, but
we're not enforcing much, buddy. Okay, we're not really. We're not making much of a difference. Yeah, you got Tua drafted and then you abandoned him. What is that, bro?
I didn't abandon him. I got kicked out.
You put him in an adoption place, and so we had to adopt him.
I got kicked out. I did not abandon him.
You definitely were kicked out. Of course, you were kicked out. You were kicked out for a reason.
Yes, my love and support isn't unwavering.
All right, so do you like the focus that Mike McDaniel has for the running game? Because he keeps hiring somebody new for the running game. They got about 4 guys now that I can count that are going to be all influencing the running game one way or another. It seems like they're attacking a real problem.
It's the style and brand of football that I believe in. Having people to actually coach it and emphasize it, that can help. I'm not necessarily certain. While I get the retention of Eric Stootsville and I just support it because I know he's a good coach. What bothers me about that situation is he hasn't been able to get the running game going for every year since 2016. And
but he doesn't coach the offensive line. So now maybe he will have the people that will complement him so he can do his job as a running backs coach. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? So let's see how all of this, but at least I like the fact that the man's coming in going, okay, we suck against the run. I better go do something here and get the right people. And they're really attacking the problem. At least that's what it seems like on paper. At least.
No doubt about it. From the all-line coach to the offensive coordinator, Stootsville. You said a fourth. No, that's the tight end coach.
Frank Smith. Well, you got Frank Smith, you got Stootsville, you got McDaniel, and you got Applebaum, bro.
Oh, McDaniel. You're counting McDaniel. Okay.
You got it? What did you count McDaniel?
No,
He's
not really, but
no,
yeah, it can be, it can
he's a
count.
run expert. He's a run expert. So that's kind of part of his thing. That's what I'm saying. There are
So if
4
you're a run expert, why? Okay, I get the 2 offensive line coaches. That makes sense to me.
right?
Um,
And the running
and
back coach.
I get the running back coach because he comes from Denver, which is a zone blocking scheme, outside zone. Why
Right.
they could never do it here, that's a whole different ball game.
Right.
So I don't really have any issues with. I don't have any issue. Only question I have right now is, outside of the Boyle thing, is the pass game coordinator, quarterback coach,
Right.
who's going to be working intimately with Tua.
Right.
And I'm open to whatever, because Lord knows no matter what, it's going to be an improvement.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I mean, at least there's a real focus on it. And now, and obviously the next steps will be, Omar, what do you do in free agency? What do you do in the draft? All those kind of things. What do you complement these coaches with? Because something tells me they're going to be pretty active in free agency for a lineman or two, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, this seems to be like a good draft for linemen as well. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm curious. One thing that I do find interesting is every year Ross has taken over as owner. The first year of any coach, except for Sperano, he wasn't really the owner then, has been we're going to discover what we have. We're going to be frugal and conscious of what and how we spend our money. And then the next year, we're going to ball out of control. So this year, it's kind of a sort of an about face, but partly because you're not really looking at this as a rebuild. You're not saying
Right.
to yourself, this is a complete rebuild. We got to start over. We got to
It's
do
just
it.
retooling the offense is what they're doing, basically.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to retool the defense as well. And that's what people don't realize or understand
Retool or tweak? Retool
no,
or tweak?
retool. I totally,
Why?
totally believe it's a retool.
Why?
Um, I think Ogba's going to price himself out of here.
Okay.
Um, you're going to have to get another defensive end. You're going to have to get another inside linebacker. Your linebacker unit is really trash.
Yeah, no, you're right. They need a thumper in the middle, bro. They
Yeah,
really need like a
let's
badass in the middle. Yes.
let's just be honest about it. It's really a trash linebacker unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But if you get a strong middle linebacker, I think Baker becomes even better because you really then he doesn't have to deal with any of the stuff that you've tried to play him in the past, and he can kind of play on the outside. And if everybody else can do their job,
yeah,
it frees up Baker to really be
they
Baker.
they they moved him on the outside last year,
Right,
and
right, right,
yeah,
right.
and had a significant amount of success with it. I'm curious to see what bothers me, what truly bothers me, and I could say this to you because you've been in this field for a while, and you've been in locker rooms and you cover coaches being lied to. Being lied to. Like it's like, because now I gave somebody credit for things that they didn't do or deserve credit for. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Now, and they pretended like, oh, they had, they were the reason or the source or the, I'm not saying that it's his fault. I'm just saying, like, it's a slippery slope when you start lying.
Right.
And I can honestly tell you, I think that's probably the first time ever I've been lied to by a Dolphins coach.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
In most instances, they'll be like, okay, you caught me. You know, I can't recall another time I've been lied to. And not that it makes a difference because, Flores was protecting Boyer and whatever, but it caused so much tension on the entire staff and players, and now it's going to carry over to next year. Like, there's so much tension there, so it's quite puzzling if I may say so. Somebody took credit for something that they didn't do. Basically, retained their job because even though they didn't really do their job, and is now in power, and players didn't like the way he called games, and now he's back to calling games with more power. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic.
Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe he wasn't calling the game the way he really wanted it to. Maybe he was calling the game the way someone else wanted to call it. Who knows? I mean, these are the things that none of us really know behind
Yeah.
the scenes. And you got to figure that the front office must know something that we don't know about what was going on, in that coaching room on a consistent basis. Something has to give there in that point. All right. So, the investigation now, the NFL looking into it. I know we're all going to try to guess what's going to happen down the line and all this good stuff. We don't really know if Flo has the goods or not on Ross, if somebody's really coming forward or not. Talk to us. What do you know? Where do you think this actually leads to? And I'm sure this is a mess we're going to be talking about for a long time to come.
Most of the stuff that I know is speculative. There is a supposedly alleged witness. Supposedly, this comes down to the Cincinnati New England games. We're not talking. I can honestly tell you, this whole situation and scenario is puzzling to me because Brian Flores damn sure knew he was supposed to be tanking in 2019, and the fact that you have to have hired him with the understanding, hey, this is what the plan is, and he was on board with the plan because he did so many things from an action standpoint that reflected that. So, hey, now my interest is, will the NFL investigate all the tanking that's taken place in the league,
No.
or just the Dolphins and the $100,000 payout for alleged payout for potential tanking? Because Dolphins aren't, Bengals were tanking that year too. Dolphins aren't the only team that's tanked and will continue to tank. And until you change the approach of the draft to a lottery, you're going to continue to see tanking because it benefits you to tank.
The Colts, right? With Curtis Painter at quarterback, right?
Yeah,
And
with luck.
they ended up with Andrew Luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, tanking is part of the NFL culture, as is it's part of the NBA culture. So, like, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
and
Now again, in defense, far be it from me to defend him, but in defense of Flo, okay, whether he knew he was supposed to tank or not, you're still not supposed to do it, and yet he was apparently, well, I mean, it was obvious he was coaching to win. So, in the end, he's got to have that hard evidence that at least he was offered, the option of tanking and we'll pay you 100,000, per game. But in the end, he really was never tanking. You know what I'm saying? So we have to give him credit in that sense that's how he coached from day one. He
he
coached.
was just intentionally being bad and putting his team in a bad situation. So, sometimes.
No, I just think that was bad coaching when that would happen, because that would happen as the years go on. Those are just bad moments for him. Like, he was terrible at challenges. It wasn't that he was tanking, he's just terrible at challenges. You know what I mean? It's not that he's trying, he's just terrible at hiring offenses. You know what I mean? It's not that he's trying to do it, it's trying to do it on, fail on purpose. He's actually trying to succeed, but he fails in certain areas. I don't think it was that he was tanking sometimes and sometimes he wasn't. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That whole thing don't make any sense to me. Neither does not going on the yacht with Tom Brady. No, that makes zero sense to me. Zero.
Yeah, well, I guess the dude is just absolutely straight and narrow, unless when he's working for Belichick. Then he'll hang around for all the dirty crap that Belichick's doing, which is just absolutely phenomenal. All right.
the morality and the morality police it's puzzling. It
Yeah,
truly
right?
is.
It is. You can't be Mr. Morality here, and then you were for 15 years working over there.
20, yeah. No, 20, yeah.
That doesn't fly, dude. That's why it makes it look so convenient for him that it makes it look bitter instead. I mean,
No,
dude,
no,
he
no.
just, he just
Listen,
added Houston to the lawsuit. Come on, bro.
did they add Houston to the lawsuit?
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, uh, Omar, his biggest mistake, his lawyers. He went with friends. You don't do this, bro. You go find the best, and I hate to put it this way, but I have to, the best minority lawyer out there that can help you with a case like this. Why? Because you need somebody that looks like you, that understands the stuff that you're going through. You know what I mean? There's a case right now of a transgender woman against a couple of police officers. I think it's against the Miami Police Department, and the transgender woman ended up hiring a lawyer who understands that community. And that, to me, that's incredibly important. I think that's he screwed up going to his friends.
I don't know anything about that. I don't have an opinion on that. I wish him the best of luck in his lawsuits. He
That's his
came.
buddies from Boston College. I don't know if you knew that,
He
but
didn't
that's
know. He
but they
came
were
out with the receipts that he had. He has receipts. He's fighting a just cause. He's trying to be the Colin Kaepernick of that cause. I give him a lot of props for what he's doing. Will it be successful? Let's hope so. But
Oh,
I
on
don't.
the hiring side, it will not be successful. He'll fail miserably. It's really the pay to lose. That's where he can bring the NFL to its knees and then help the cause in the process with that, because the NFL will be brought to its knees if he has hard evidence. All right, let's move on from that. Off of that, by the way, Omar, it doesn't seem like there's any effects on the hiring side, right? It seems like they're pretty much getting whoever they want. Overall, it looks like McDaniel's being able to get his coaches
What's
too.
supposed to be the effect on the hiring side? That
I
Flores
don't.
lawsuit?
No, no. No. What I mean is, like, people may want to stay away from the organization because of the lawsuit or whatever. That doesn't seem like that's the case, right?
People come here for money, man.
Right.
I've said that for as dysfunctional as the Dolphins have been. If they offer the right amount of money,
Right.
everybody will sign up.
All right. Okay.
And to me, free agency is not going to come down to a lawsuit. It's going to come down to, do you want to play with Tua?
I'm
That's
with you.
bottom line.
Omar, some people want you to explain zone blocking and why. What's the difference of what McDaniel wants to do and what's been done before, like on a man-to-man scheme?
Uh,
In layman's terms,
this
explain
is
zone blocking.
this is outside zone. They have been doing. They say they've been doing some inside zone. They really haven't.
No.
Yeah, I used to get on Stootsville on that. That like, nah, y'all ain't doing that. Um, Outside zone is basically every play looks the same, and just build it off play action. Just think about play action, and if every play looks the same, and whether it's a run or a pass, you never know because the linemen are doing the exact same thing, and it's similar to the RPO. Whereas in an RPO, the offensive linemen are running every play.
And it's in unison, by the way.
Yes, in
Explain
unison.
that.
Yeah, they're run blocking every play. With the zone blocking schemes, they are going to look the same. They're going to be attacking. They're going to be cut blocking, basically shooting for players. Linebacker, you need athletic linemen for that. Shooting for players, legs, hips, blah blah blah. Tandem blocks. It's moving the line so that the backs can find creases and lanes. So you're running more wide as opposed to running up the gaps.
Does,
Um,
does Solomon Kinley fit less now? Right?
oh hell, Solomon Kinley is done here.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. He
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, yeah. Hunt fits this, but I don't think Kinley does.
Hunt's
Actually.
athletic enough, but his
Yeah.
body doesn't really fit. But he probably needs to
Lose a
lose a
little weight.
couple pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, his style. I mean, and plus you might see him move back to tackle as opposed to guard, because guard's got to pull. Guard's got to pull, and he's athletic, but I don't know if he's going to be pulling. So We would have to talk to these coaches to sort of figure out what their vision is, or what they have in mind, or what their thought process is, where the evaluation is. Liam comes from a very
By the way, your boy's gone too.
who
Jesse.
listen.
I mean, he's going to get a job somewhere else, but I mean, in a zone scheme, he's not the guy either. I think Kinley and Jesse have no place on this scheme. That's just
Jesse could potentially fit a zone scheme. Jesse's athletic. I don't know if he can pull. So, but I don't think he could pull any worse than Robert Hunt. I honestly don't know who fits and who doesn't fit. They built
Austin Jackson fits, actually. He's athletic enough.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Is. Now, I don't know if he can play. I don't know if his confidence is shot. I'm just saying athletically, Austin Jackson fits his own blocking.
I have heard that, and I'm very interested to see how all of this plays out. Whether or not, Austin had a pretty good rookie season up until he got injured, and then came back and played like crap. Started out this year, played like crap. Had a decent stretch in the middle, finished the season, played like crap. I'm curious if a lot of that was mental. I'm curious if a lot of that was because people got to realize he was playing next to Eric Flowers last year, and Flowers was holding his hand. There's nobody to hold his hand last year.
Right.
And that's what they need. They need veterans on the line to walk them through what their responsibilities and challenges are and tell them the way that it's going to be. And they also need a veteran coach. I would be shocked if they don't, upgrade the center spot and upgrade the right tackle spot. Shocked.
I get the guy from Tampa, Ryan Jensen. That's who I would get, but that's just me. That's the guy I want.
He's like 34 or something like that.
No, he's younger than that. No. He's like 29 or 30, I think. Just look it up there. No, he's good enough for one more deal. I think you can get like 3 years out of him. But I would get an instant impact player like him, because that would take care of Tua right away, right from that center spot. He's 30? 30. He's 30. See? Told you. You got one more contract out of Ryan Jensen, and that's it. And you're done. He's not really an injury-prone guy either, so that's not too bad.
I haven't looked at what's available in free agency. After a month-long coaching search, I'm a little bit behind in terms of my off-season prep work.
And by the way, I like the Alex Kappa, the guard, also from Tampa. I might. He's young.
Hey, this
like
coach coming from Boston College, he's got the top guard. He's got the top center coming out in the draft. So
who knows? Yeah, you're right. And that might be that pick that they get from San Fran. Right around there is probably where a guy like that usually goes, if he's good enough to go in the first round.
Yeah.
If not, it'll be somewhere in the second. All right. Oh, as always, thank you, my brother. Enjoy yourself. I appreciate you taking some time. What are you working on in the Sentinel so folks can check you out?
Kind of doing a breakdown. We just have the 5 things that Mike McDaniel, that wasn't done by me, that was done by David Furones. 5 things that Mike McDaniel has to address. I'm going to be breaking down the guys who are on the hot seat, whose futures here, even though they're under contract, the Jesse Davises of the world. The tough decisions, because they have an opportunity to make about $18 million more in cap space, releasing some guys. So see what the pros and cons of those decisions are.
All right. Good stuff. As always, follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. We will catch you later in the week, my friend. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
You got it. There you go. Omar Kelly.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.